So this session is about disability and diversity, and I'm Joe Stretche, and I had this conversation with a friend recently, and my friend Alicia, and we were talking about how in situations and professional situations and other situations, we have to go in and introduce ourselves in a more detailed way than other people, like giving more of our background or our work, detail on our work and what we do or our qualifications. And I shared a little bit about that in my tell you a little bit about yourself, but more so like in this reflection as I was talking to my friend, she was sharing as a female and a person who's Black and dealing with the work situation, how she has to do that, and other women in the workplace feel similarly. And I know I have friends of diversity and who have shared similar, like I have to, and young people deal with that, having to prove themselves. But I think as a person with a disability or a person of diversity, you even have to do it later in your life. People often don't assume a person with a disability is working or has a very professional work, or they think it's great that you're there because it's great charity for that organization. But in reality, you have qualifications and you have background and experience, and you're working in a professional position, and often again, like, we have to legitimize who we are. And I know my wife Jen sometimes is like, really, did you have to tell them all that? She's like, I get it. Because people don't think I do what I do, or I'm able to do what I do, or they think it's nice that organization would allow me to do that, or they seem like it's more like a volunteer experience. And no, it's a professional work, it's job, it's a career. And I think there's some commonalities between disability and as I consider disability part of diversity, and there were similar things we've had to deal with. And I have definitely been lucky enough as a person, a male who's Caucasian, white. I've had opportunities that other people wouldn't have, and I know that. But as a person with a disability, I've dealt with situations where people didn't believe when I was a person with low vision, and whether it was law enforcement not believing I was low vision or legally blind, or other people as well, and situations where I wasn't treated the best, and so there's some common ground. But overall, like in situations where we have to talk about what we do and express ourselves, and we have to be a step ahead, and really in the world of disability, we have to do that, and we have to train young people to express themselves and talk about themselves in a professional manner. And if you haven't seen that, tell me a little bit about yourself. Please go back and check that video out, or the addressing the elephant in the room as well. I think it's so important, and I thank Alicia for having that conversation with me to really make me think about it. And I feel lucky that I've had this situation in the environment I grew up in, and where I grew up in, so just some thought. I'm Joe Stretche. I'm a blindness consultant and a professional who's blind. So check out my other videos and take care.